Hey guys, TG Giant here, aka Lewis. Today we're going to be doing a continuation in the roles of Town of Us. In this video we're going to be covering the neutral roles, the imposter roles, and the modifiers as well. If you didn't see the last video on the crewmate roles, go check it out, links down in the description below. If this video is helpful, please consider liking and subscribing as well. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Click on Zombie Apocalypse.
First up, we'll go through the neutral roles, and the first of the neutral roles is the Jester. The Jester is a neutral role with its own win condition. The Jester can only win if they get themselves voted off. However, the Jester does not win with any other teams, so it's not with the crewmates, it's not with the imposters or any other neutral roles. They only win if they're voted off. If they get killed by an imposter, they don't win. Next is the Shifter. The Shifter is a neutral role with no win condition. They have 0 tasks and are essentially role-less. However, they can swap roles with another player. Swapping roles with another role gives you their role and their tasks to do as well. So if you swap with the lover, you become the lover, you get their tasks and everything else. And the player that you swapped with, they then become the Shifter themselves. However, swapping roles with an imposter fails and it kills you. You will die by swapping with an imposter. Hopefully if you do that, then somebody will notice and they'll be able to figure it out. Possibly not. Glitch. The Glitch is a neutral role with its own win condition again. The Glitch's aim is to kill everybody and be the last person standing. The Glitch can hack players, resulting them in being unable to report bodies and do tasks. Hacking them, it essentially prevents them from doing anything but just walking around the map. The Glitch can also mimic people, so it results in them looking exactly the same as another player, useful for killing, and obviously they have a kill button. Now also, depending on your game settings, they also, once your imposters are all gone, if you've still got a glitch, the game continues until the glitch is either voted out or has finished as well. It's essentially another imposter role that's not imposter. The Executioner. The Executioner is a neutral role with its own win condition once again. The goal is to vote out a player specified at the beginning of the game. The player that gets voted out, they win the game. So it's much like the Jester, but instead of getting yourself voted off, it's another player. If your target gets killed by an imposter, you become an ordinary crewmate or a Jester, depending on the game settings. Next up is a particularly fun one, it's the Arsonist. It's another neutral role, again with its own win condition. They have the ability to douse other players with gasoline. Once they have doused every remaining player, they can ignite everybody at once. Upon lighting every player, they win the game. Players who have been doused will know they have because their names will turn black, also giving an indication to you as the Arsonist who you will have already doused. So that's all the neutral roles done, so we'll move on to the imposter roles now, and the first of which is the Janitor. The Janitor is an imposter that can clean up bodies. Both their kill and clean button abilities, they share a cooldown, meaning you have to choose which one you want to use. Once your cooldown time is finished, obviously you can choose again, but they are tied together. You can choose to clean up teammates' kills as well as your own. Cleaning up your own kills is a bit more difficult, as obviously you can kill them, but then you've got to wait your cooldown timer before you can clean it up as well. Next is the Morphling. The Morphling is an imposter that can morph into another player. At the beginning of the game and after every meeting, they can choose someone to sample. They can then morph into that person at any time for a limited amount of time. So when they do a kill, they are seen to look like the person that they've morphed into. Be warned though, the player you kill can see in the kill animation your actual original colour, not the person you've morphed into. This can become a problem if you've got an altruist or if you've got yourself a Time Lord and your kill gets revived, because they're going to know it was actually you and not the person that you were basically copying. Camouflager. The Camouflager is an imposter that can turn everyone into a colourless character. Everyone then goes grey for a certain period of time, along with their names disappearing, making them become completely unrecognisable. This is excellent for killing in crowded places, and if your game settings are set right, You can also do this when comms are sabotaged. The same effect happens, meaning if you're a camouflager and that setting's turned on for comm sabotages, you effectively get twice the amount of uses of your skill. The miner is an imposter that can create new vents. These vents only connect to each other, forming new passageways. They cannot be linked to existing ones. So you can put your own vents down. Say for instance you want to drop a new vent in med and a new vent in admin. You can use your vent to your other vent, but you can't use your vent to one of the original ones in the game. So your vents are basically like creating a new undermap for a vent system, and you're not using the existing one. The last of the imposter roles is the Swooper. The Swooper is an imposter that can temporarily turn invisible. So that's about all you need to know. It's pretty powerful. However, to balance this role, they can't vent. Obviously you can adjust the cooldown on how long they go invisible for and how long it takes before it comes back, but it's pretty powerful if you can go completely invisible and kill somebody. You can literally kill anywhere, anytime, as long as you're invisible and nobody's going to know. So that's going to do it for all the imposter roles as well. So now we're going to move on to the modifiers. We're going to do this one in quick fire because there's not really much to say about them. So the torch. The torch's vision doesn't get reduced when lights are sabotaged. They can still see fine. Diseased, the killing the diseased triples the killer's kill cooldown. So if you've got a 15-second cooldown as an imposter, you've killed the person with diseased, then you're going to get a 45-second cooldown after that. The flash travels twice the speed of any other player. Tiebreaker, any vote is a draw, the tiebreaker's vote will go through, so whoever the tiebreaker votes for in the tie situation, that's the person that's going to get voted. Drunk's controls are inverted. Everybody hates this one, but it's absolutely hilarious to hear people suffer with it. The Giant is a gigantic crewmate. They have decreased walking speed, but they are enormous. The Buttonberry has the ability to call a meeting from anywhere on the map, even during sabotages. They have the same amount of meetings as a regular player, so use them wisely. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys, with all the roles in Town of Us. I hope this has helped you, and if it has, please smash that like button and slap the colour out of the subscribe button. We're going to be live streaming here tonight. We normally live stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays 8 PM BST, but we're also live streaming tonight and tomorrow. And tomorrow's live stream may well be a special one. Currently working on some stuff with some other streamers, so stay tuned for that one. Thank you all for watching, you wonderful bar stewards, and I'll be seeing you around. Thank you very much.